I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I've kind of lost track myself. But Ian, this is a .44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off. Well, do you, punk?
He's 95, yet last fall, Clint Eastwood quietly premiered Juror Number 2, a legal thriller he both directed and produced, and critics loved it. Not a flashy celebrity return, but a whisper of defiance. Even now, the legend is still making movies. How does a man with 7 decades of Hollywood under his belt live in 2025? As an icon, a creator, and a survivor? Let's walk into the life of Clint Eastwood today, through his ranch gates, film sets, and private skies. From a Depression-era baby to Hollywood's man with no name. Clinton Eastwood Jr. was born on May 31, 1930 in San Francisco, right as the Great Depression was shaking America. Weighing over 11 pounds at birth, nurses nicknamed him Samson, a name that stuck through childhood. His father worked as a manufacturing executive, while his mother balanced family life and clerical work. The family moved often following jobs before settling in Piedmont, California. Young Clint wasn't born into glamour. He caddied on golf courses, bagged groceries, and even fought forest fires. After high school, he tried enrolling at Seattle University, but was drafted during the Korean War, where he served as a lifeguard at Fort Ord in California. That's where fate intervened. A fellow soldier connected him to entertainment contacts, planting the seed for a career he hadn't even dared to dream of yet. And what came next would redefine not only his life, but also the image of American masculinity on screen. Rising through Rawhide and the Dollars trilogy, Eastwood's big break came with the long-running TV western Rawhide in 1959. It placed him in living rooms across America, but he wasn't satisfied. Then came an invitation that would alter his destiny. Italian director Sergio Leone wanted him for a low-budget western. That film was a fistful of dollars. Its sequels, for a few dollars more, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, cemented him as the man with no name. With just squints, silence, and a revolver, Eastwood built an icon. These spaghetti westerns were gritty, raw, and unlike anything Hollywood had made. Audiences were hooked, and Eastwood was just getting started. He would soon transition from cowboy to cop, giving birth to another cultural symbol, Dirty Harry, the director's chair and awards legacy. Eastwood wasn't content to be just an actor. By 1971, he stepped behind the camera, directing Play Misty for Me. Over the decades, he carved a reputation as one of Hollywood's most efficient directors, fast, disciplined, no nonsense. His films like Unforgiven 1992 and $1 Million Baby 2004 didn't just win at the box office, they won Oscars. Eastwood became one of the few directors to take home multiple Academy Awards for Best Director, with both films also winning Best Picture. By the 2000s, projects like Mystic River, Gran Torino, American Sniper, and Letters to Iwo Jima confirmed that he could tell stories across genres, always with his trademark grit and quiet power. Even in his later years, Eastwood insisted on pushing boundaries, shooting films quickly and often under budget, a rarity in modern Hollywood. But the story doesn't end there, because in 2025, he's still working, still directing, still proving he belongs.
Juror Number 2 and the relentless spirit of 2025. In November 2024, Eastwood's Juror Number 2 premiered at AFI Fest. A tense courtroom thriller starring Nicholas Hoult and Toni Collette, it made headlines as Eastwood's final film. But insiders say don't count him out. He thrives on storytelling, and it's hard to imagine him stepping away. What stands out isn't just that he directed a major film at 94, it's that the film earned critical praise and was named among the National Board of Review's top 10 films of 2024. For Eastwood, quality and endurance go hand in hand. And as he said himself years ago, you don't stop just because you get old. You stop when you stop trying. Personal life, loss, family, and quiet resilience. Behind the Hollywood spotlight, Eastwood has lived a complex personal life. He's the father of 8 children, many of whom have pursued entertainment careers. His son Scott is now an established actor, while daughter Allison has worked in acting and directing. But 2024 brought sorrow. His longtime partner, Christina Sandera, passed away unexpectedly at 61. Friends described Eastwood as stoic but deeply shaken. He has leaned on his children and grandchildren for support. At the same time, he celebrated milestones like his daughter Morgan's wedding at his Mission Ranch property. family continues to anchor him, even as he navigates grief. The rancher, the pilot, the businessman. Eastwood's lifestyle isn't just Hollywood glitz. He's long been a rancher, owning sprawling properties across the U.S. His crown jewel is the Mission Ranch Hotel and Restaurant in Carmel by the Sea, which he saved from demolition decades ago. Today, it's both a profitable business and a personal retreat. Beyond real estate, he's a licensed pilot, often seen flying his own helicopter. He also maintains multiple homes, a 15,000 square foot estate in Carmel, a Bel Air mansion, a 1,000-acre ranch in Boerne, Idaho, a Sun Valley, Idaho home, and even oceanfront property in Maui. This blend of land, air, and independence perfectly reflects his character, a man who lives life on his own terms. But how does all this translate into numbers? The wealth of a legend. Eastwood's net worth in 2025 is estimated at $375 to $400 million. His fortune comes from decades of acting salaries, directing fees, and back-end royalties. At his peak, he commanded multi-million-dollar paychecks per film. In 1978, he earned $12 million for Every Which Way But Loose. By the 90s, his salaries reached $7 million or more per project. But wealth for Eastwood has never been about excess. Instead, it's about reinvestment. He plows money into property, conservation, and his businesses. That's why even at 95, he's not known for flashiness, but for quiet financial wisdom. Health, longevity, and lifestyle secrets. So how does a 95-year-old still direct feature films? Eastwood has long lived with discipline. He avoids processed foods, eats lean proteins and vegetables, and maintains a lifelong habit of physical activity, whether it's golf, swimming, or simply walking his ranches. He credits much of his stamina to moderation, no excess drinking, a focus on balance, and a constant drive to stay mentally engaged. He's also an advocate for meditation and stress control. In short, Eastwood has treated life like one long training ground, so that when opportunities arise, he's ready to deliver. And while age has slowed him, his continued work in 2025 proves that passion, not years, defines vitality. From a Depression-era childhood to spaghetti western stardom, from Dirty Harry to Oscar-winning director, from political office to private rancher and pilot, Clint Eastwood's life is a story of grit, reinvention, and endurance. At 95, he is still shaping cinema, still steering businesses, still flying his own path. He has endured grief, built an empire worth nearly $400 million, and delivered art that will outlast us all. Clint Eastwood's lifestyle in 2025 is not just about wealth or property, it's about purpose. And for him, the ride isn't over yet.